I was going through it, bro. I wanted to kill myself
That
day.
nigga spoke life into you, bro. That was the introduction to him. And like humbly, I had to let him know, like, bro, you one of the realest nigga ever met. Like we gangsters, so like when you in that world, like you know the world I come from and who I am, like the ego, having a big ego is a part of all of it. But I had to let him know how much respect for him and how he conducted himself because of what he said to you, bro.
I had my first taste of little, success going on tour with him a little bit, just, doing deuces and this and that. But when it was time for like Strip to come out, our relationship started fading a little bit. And I wasn't seeing him as much for whatever reason. I wasn't in as much sessions. There was a lot of more people coming into sessions, and I don't just gel with all types of spirits like that.
Yeah.
I'm a very real person. A lot of people can't take that. A lot of people around him was fake. I want to f him up, so I just wouldn't be around, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking to.
Bro, it's getting wild out here. Kevin McCall just went viral after breaking down on a live podcast, flashing an EBT card and accusing Chris Brown of owing him millions in unpaid royalties. It was raw, painful, and uncomfortable to watch. McCall is sitting there at 40, holding that EBT card like a trophy of defeat, saying he can't even buy food, while Chris Brown's out here making millions off the same songs he helped create. Then he begged on camera, saying all he needed was 25 grand out of the millions he claims Chris still owes him. Now word is, Young Thug just stepped in, and insiders say things could get physical real soon.
He finna be in here and tell us
I got an EBT card. And it's that Breezy, bro, and made 90 whatever the million, and it say KKKKK Mac. Can I get 25,000 for them four songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro.
Leading up to who he is right
I'm not
now.
even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. What the bro? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. Niggas want to see right here, so y'all can think I'm a.
Nah, bro.
Shit ain't fair, nigga.
Hey,
I'm on EBT, bro.
hey,
That's why.
Bro.
hey. Look, bro.
Calm down, bro.
I'm on EBT,
Calm down.
smack, look.
Yeah, bro.
Say my name, bro. That shit is better. I had to go up in that motherfucker. Hide my face with a mask like COVID, bro.
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, everybody had a take. Some folks were saying, damn, that's tough. He was a real talent who just got chewed up and spit out by the industry. One dude wrote, this is heartbreaking for any person to have to endure. Another said, seeing that man break down made me feel so bad. I feel so bad for him. We can say he made wrong choices, but I'm really feeling for him.
Boy, what happened? Didn't invest in nothing but bad decisions. Can't flex on folks 1 minute and cry over food stamps the next. Make it make sense. Let's not forget Eva Marcel spoke out years ago saying Kevin beat her while she was pregnant with their daughter Marley.
Extremely violent, physically abusive, and I wasn't the only person that has dealt with it. More recently, there was a young lady he dealt with, knocked all her fronts out. His child's mother before me has dealt with domestic violence, his sister, his mother, and it didn't start for me until I was pregnant with Marley. About a month after having Marley, it didn't stop, it got worse, and it got worse with her. He was actually in my arms once, and I was like, I can't do this no more. And I feel bad for women that have to deal with it, and it's actually not a laughable matter. It's something that makes you feel so little, so you really don't want to talk about it. And I hope that they keep him in jail as long as they can, period.
One dude hit hard saying he's not a victim, he handled his business wrong, burned bridges, and been a tyrant. Eva was not wrong when she says he ruined most of his professional relationships. Another was even more blunt, wrote, how is your financial situation? Chris Brown problems. A world full of grown men blaming problems on others. It was like the internet split down the middle, half pity, half disgust. But what made it sting was how honest it looked. The pain was real. You could feel that hopelessness in his voice, the kind that only comes from years of falling off and no one picking up the phone anymore. Kevin McCall wasn't just another dude ranting online. He was once a hitmaker, the pen behind some of Chris Brown's biggest early 2000s. The same man who helped Breezy bounce back when the world had turned on him after that Rihanna mess. Back then, they were like brothers, locked in musically and personally. So seeing McCall now, crying on camera about food stamps and unpaid royalties, hit different. The man who once helped make platinum records now can't even buy groceries without swiping an EBT. Then, out of nowhere, Young Thug stepped into the mix. Fresh out from his own own legal battles, Thugger decided to speak on it. He hopped on Twitter the very next day and said, "Kevin McCall hit me my ninja. I'll give you the 25,000 you need, and I know CB would give it to you also, bro. He a real one. Ninjas is busy sometimes, brother." That right there lit the internet back up. You had folks applauding Thug for stepping up, calling him real for even offering the bread. Dude didn't have to, but still, others opposed his kind gesture, said Kevin ain't deserved nothing. One dude wrote, "He threatened CB and his daughter Thug. Don't be trash." Another said, "Do you not know the history of them? Please go educate yourself on this before you just start giving it out." But Thug wasn't clout chasing. If you tapped in, you know he and Chris Brown go way back. They got a real friendship. Remember their 2020 collab tape Slime and B? That wasn't just music, that was brotherhood on wax. And Chris was one of the only big artists who held Thug down while he was fighting that Rico, posted hashtag free YSL, showed love when most of the industry stayed quiet.
I mean, I can't speak on my brothers in them case and right. What they going on. I can only be who I always been, they brother. You know, I'm gonna rock with them for life. It's us, never them. Right. So that's what I'm standing on. That's how I rock it. That's how. Shit, I'm trying my hardest. Just like, you know, they these family. I don't look at it like, oh damn, some entertainers on the way. Like when the pandemic, when shit was real, was out here starving, doing different shit. They was with my real family.
So when Thug stepped in now, the streets saying it wasn't about picking sides, he was trying to bring peace, trying to calm the waters between two men he respected. Kevin responded almost immediately, saying he was about to DM Thug, showing love, calling him real for the offer. For a moment, it looked like things might actually cool off. Maybe some healing could happen. Maybe Chris and Kevin could settle that bad blood quietly. But nah, Chris Brown wasn't in that kind of mood. The next day, in a now deleted post on Instagram, he wrote, "Remember this, you can't walk across a burnt bridge, and you know what's funnier than a troll, a broke one." That caption hit like a punch. No filter, no sympathy, just pure pettiness and pain behind it. He basically told Kevin, don't ever reach out again. That bridge gone, burned to ash. That post had the internet choosing sides again. This time, most people leaned toward Chris. They brought up how Kevin had threatened his daughter years back, how he said wild stuff online, and how maybe this was karma catching up. But there was still plenty saying Chris went too far, that he could have just stayed silent instead of clowning a man clearly struggling. Either way, the damage was done. The tension between those two was reignited like it was 2017 all over again when Chris Brown went all in clowning Kevin real hard.
I just woke up and I thought about something. If this wrote all these songs that he claiming he wrote, why he ain't write no more? Oh wait, this is just one part of my house. This is life before K-Mac and life after K-Mac. Man, I'm gonna stop playing with this. He's a bitch. Thank you, K-Mac. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I bought this with your money. I was thinking about giving you this, but you're a bitch. But I bought this with your money too. I bought that with your money. That's the only one on the West Coast. Oh, I bought that one with your money too. I took a shit and then I bought this car. He's looking at you so disappointed, bro. You look whack. Hey, bro, I got you, my nigga. I got this Christmas change up. I got you this. Do your thing. Shout out to Ray J. We got you what's coming, K-Man.
Now, to understand why this moment exploded the way it did, you gotta rewind real quick to the good times, back to when Chris and Kevin first linked up. This was around 2009, right when Chris was at his lowest. Fresh off the Rihanna case, the industry basically canceled him. Kevin was hungry, fresh out of college, grinding for any shot he could get. He met Chris at an event, forced his demo into his hands, wouldn't take no for an answer. That kind of boldness got him in the studio with Breezy, and from that day, the chemistry was instant. They made hits, and the first one that really changed everything was Deuces. Kevin had written that record himself about a breakup, poured his soul into it. Chris heard it, said he needed it, and they turned it into a smash with Tyga jumping on the feature. That song blew up, Grammy nomination, massive radio play, millions made. Kevin said he got 6 figures from it, but compared to what Chris made touring and selling albums, it was crumbs. Still, they kept working. Kevin helped pen Strip, Look at Me Now, and other joints that kept Chris's name alive in those comeback years. For a moment, it looked like Loyalty would last forever, but success changes people. Around 2014, Kevin started to feel boxed in, said Chris was trying to control his image, telling him what kind of music to make, what kind of artist to be. He didn't like that. He wanted his own lane, his own voice. The argument started small but got uglier. Kevin claimed Chris's manager was sabotaging him, cutting him out of deals, removing his name from credits, and messing with his publishing. He said he didn't understand what he'd signed and that the label locked him into unfair deals under Chris's name.
I had my first taste of little, success going on tour with him a little bit, just, you know, doing deuces and this and that. But when it was time for like Strip to come out, our relationship started fading a little bit. And I wasn't seeing him as much for whatever reason. I wasn't in as much sessions. There was a lot of more people coming into sessions, and I don't just gel with all types of spirits like that.
Yeah.
I'm a very real person. A lot of people can't take that. A lot of people around him was fake. I want to f him up, so I just wouldn't be around, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who I'm talking to.
That was years ago, but now seeing him break down in 2025 made folks think back on it different. Maybe he wasn't lying about getting finessed. Maybe he really did get robbed by bad contracts. One user wrote, "I feel for bro. He got finessed out of his royalties," but others said, "Karma's just doing his job." Either way, Young Thug stepping in this time made everything feel like it could explode again, because unlike before, this wasn't all online anymore. Rumors started flying that Thug and Chris had met up face to face to talk it out, but the convo didn't go smooth. Voices were raised, tempers flared, and what started as a talk turned heated fast. But now, the big question is, who you really think in the wrong here? Kevin McCall for letting pride and ego crash him out, or Chris Brown for cutting him off forever, even when he knows this man falling apart in public? And when Young Thug stepped in, was that real loyalty, or was it him poking a wound that Chris already buried? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you think this was wild, click on the next jaw dropper loading up now. It's just as crazy.